It's Friday, and I am Shanka Poncelé, your host of the Shanks Show. This is only me today. Andrea is busy preparing the team. I hope you're doing fine. We're going to talk a little bit about communication today because I have learned during business that it is really key to keeping everyone happy, to keeping everyone satisfied, and to not make people feel like they are outside of your organization. Everyone always needs to be heard, needs to be valued, and needs to feel that. So that is very important. One of my key learnings, if you will, that I got when I was at Miami University in 2012, when I had just immigrated from Luxembourg, was the fact that I had a communication style that was not very conducive towards group work. As a matter of fact, I came from the world of law enforcement and I was used to coordinating squads during riots, during difficult situations, and it was just a top down communication style. It was not a communication style that was conducive towards accepting lots of different point of views and towards discussing a lot of matters, because that's just not something you want when you are in such a situation. However, when it comes to doing creative work and when it comes to solving problems together, communication is absolutely key. Now, it was very funny. In At college, I had a capstone class where already back then I was the CEO of a creative marketing agency that was literally run and staffed by the students of Miami University of Ohio, and I was the CEO. And we had our clients, we had our projects, and I did my very best to do well. So a few weeks in, I get my first evaluation. And do you know what the evaluation was about? Absolutely, communication style. So apparently, and I imagine that was very true at that point, apparently I was too authoritative. I was not able and willing to have discussions in topics where I thought I knew what the best approach was. And that was really a problem to my peers. So my professor at the time, he made me read How to Influence and Make Friends or something along those lines, the book by, I think, Dale Carnegie. And I read it, made a lot of sense, included the strategies and the principles into my collaborative work moving forward, which was just a great idea. So fast forward, we are now in 2021 and my team is growing. And what I notice every day that the most important aspect of running a team and of being in business is having sound communication internally and also externally. Internally, we're talking about as the team grows and as the complexities evolve that we have to tackle, we need to be on the same page. We need to know what the status is. We need to know what expectations are. And there are so many things in business that can be set in place. For example, we have a internal project management tool called Trello, which is a board that has lots of cards, virtual cards, of course. And then on the back of the cards, we have the details of the project. There are progress updates, and there are color coding flags that show us what the priority level is, and we can attach documents to it, assets. we can have back and forth on the project on there, and that's just very helpful. Now, the other aspect of communication that matters a lot is, of course, between us and our clients. And with most more advanced projects, we actually require or desire, I should say, weekly check ins. They don't have to be long, they can sometimes just last 5 to 10 minutes. But it is just so vital to be on the same page on progress update and on expectations. And especially in marketing, also on having the latest information. And that's something that is really important. People cannot just out of the blue read your mind. That is not something that most people are able to do. And understanding that is just terribly important. I'm interested in what you have seen when it comes to communication in your professional life, maybe even your personal life. What was one of the challenges in communication? For me, it was the fact that I was not always willing to show my rationale, to open up my thought process to everyone. I think at times it felt cumbersome to do that, and but at the same time, it is just incredibly helpful to all be on the same page and work towards the same goal. So Dr. Liam Schubel here, who's watching me, says the most successful in every profession are those who communicate best. Great message. Yeah, I agree, Dr. Schubel. It's something that when you go into business and um, once you start growing your team and you start growing the people, including your clients that have to work with you, um, it just becomes terribly important to for every party to feel understood. And I see that all in many ways communication skills sometimes trump the actual skill set of the person in terms of what they are doing. In other words, I would much rather have a highly communicative team member versus a genius who just knows everything themselves in their heads and don't share their ideas. That is something that can kill your company. And being very sound also with expectations that you have between yourself and your client is so vital, because nobody wants to be in the dark when it comes to expectations. Nobody wants to be thinking, oh, I will have my project by the end of the month and it will look like that. It will have these components. And then that doesn't happen. I have found that most of the time, even when it comes to delivering a disappointing message, it is just easier to know. It feels better to know than to be in the dark. So, this is something that I wanted to put out there, that if you choose to work with Shanks, whether that is as a team member, who knows, maybe some of you will join us one day to work with us, or if we ever cross paths in a capacity where you are our client or you are like Dr. Schubel, we are basically team members. We have a common venture. The communication will be highly valued. There's always an open door, even a virtual door policy. I am not a leader who sits in a high tower and doesn't want to be communicated with. That's always welcome. So I'm wrapping this up here soon, but I do want to take a moment to talk about the Shanks Club, which I'll blend in here. Give me a moment. So, the Shanks Club is this idea of creating an online space where people can take advantage of our expertise without necessarily needing the budget to engage with a marketing agency of our caliber. So in Shanks Club, we take a lot of our knowledge and a lot of our tips and put those on a password protected portal, and you have access to the following things. Actually, I have a video that will explain it. So let me play that, and then you can also let me know how you like that video and what you think I should improve, because there's always room for improvement. All right, let's take a look. All right, so I am not necessarily sure whether you heard that sound, because I certainly didn't. Oh, wait, I don't know if you heard me at all during this whole webinar, but I hope so. And what was the Shanks Club about? It was access to highly discounted software that I curate. And we're talking like usually a one-time payment for a software that you would typically have to pay a monthly fee indefinitely. As a marketing agency owner, I have access to deals that I will pass on to you when you're part of that community. This month, for example, there is a deal for a large online image library, royalty free pictures. And I believe you pay a one time fee of, I think it's $50, and then you have access to millions of images for your online projects. The other aspect would be the community aspect. Of course, I record a strategic video around brand marketing and put it on there once a week. And then I always forget the third aspect. Go to shanks.club and check it out. Let me know what you think. Let me know if that is something. Oh, I know, the daily content prompts. So, how important is it to create content on social media every day? It is just the most important thing you can do, because you can build up awareness, and when you have awareness coupled with attention, your audience's attention, you can create huge amounts of value. But the challenge is what to put out there every day that makes sense, that is a little bit creative, and that is not boring, that has some psychological knowledge baked into it. Well, I take that work away from you by sending you a content prompt every day to your email inbox, with along with an example. I typically do the example myself, or I find someone online who knows what they're doing, and I show you that example. So all of that is part of the Shanks.club. Check it out, and I will be live with you maybe over the weekend. I'm not sure, but definitely on Monday again. I'm very excited, by the way. I'm getting Google Fiber installed here today, and that should give me a 2 GB download and 1 GB upload, which is blazing fast. So super excited for that. And that's it. Have a great start, a great rest of your day. I mean, we're at the beginning of the day, right? Great Friday, and I know for a lot of you the weekend is very tangible, and you look forward to that. So hopefully you will enjoy that and make the best of it. This is it for now. This was Shanka Poncelet here from San Antonio. Have a great Friday, and I'll see you Monday. Bye bye.